So this is a 2002 14060.
There's some new stock that has just come into the business.
Something that you're not going to see very often.
You've got it for a couple of £1,000 behind retail price. Yeah. Good deal.
There's very, very few of this watch in the market.
So you'd be looking at like 7,450 to swap.
Is that Tiffany dial the same colour as the Daytona dial?
So this is 25 years old. It's a 2000.
Breitling first.
Okay, thank you. So this is a 2017 Navitimer with a black leather strap.
It's like a 40, 44, 45,
Yeah.
something like that.
Slightly bigger size, but popular watch. So this is a 2002 14060, and it's a Submariner non-date, non-ceramic, and it's in very, very good condition again. I think this has been serviced by Rolex in 2004, but like the condition of the bracelet and the case and everything is in very, very good condition. So it's actually been serviced a few times.
I'm sure he took it somewhere new. Is it Newcastle or somewhere, I think?
Yeah, so this is from Rolex in Newcastle in 2013 as well. So it's been looked after and serviced after a couple of years old, and then after about 12 years old. But it also has absolutely everything with it. So the swing tags, it has the anchor, the booklets, wallets, calendars, that type of thing. So it is a complete set. Thank you. Luminor Mariner comes with the black rubber strap, but it also has a nice tan official Panerai strap on as well, which is brand new. It's in very, very good condition again. The width of the strap's quite wide, but the case size is smaller than a lot of the ones we see are a lot bigger.
It's got a nice proportion.
Yeah, if I explain it, you've got two options with us. We can either buy the watch outright or we can sell it on your behalf. Yeah. And I think with the three watches, you're probably going to get like £1,000 more letting us sell them for you. With the Rolex, if we were buying it, we'd pay £6,000. If you allow us to sell it for you, we could return £6,500. With the Breitling, if we were buying it, we'd pay £1,600. On consignment, we would look to return £1,900. With the Panerai, £2,000 for an outright purchase. With consignment, £2,400. I would expect it to take between sort of 6 to 8 weeks to sell all of them. Obviously, that's a guideline. They might sell quicker. Yeah. But it's entirely up to you, really.
Yeah, you can do that. What's the process? You sell them, and then would you go in touch with Jonathan?
Yeah. So we would take the watches, give you 4 consignment receipts, which are like e-sign emails. You sign them. We're obviously fully responsible and insured for the watches here. We get them photographed, advertised, sold as soon as possible, and as soon as we receive the funds, we'll schedule payments for you. So it's pretty straightforward. Obviously, at any stage, we will buy them for the lesser amount. It just gives you the opportunity to get more.
Yeah.
Is that the way you want to do it?
Yeah, well, you may as well to get more. It's money I'm giving to the grandkids anyway.
Well, at any time you can contact me and say you've tried, you might have sold, as in we might have sold 1 or 2, and then we will pay the rest of the balance based on that. Those figures haven't changed since you came in July. Yeah. Obviously, some things do, some things will go up and down in value.
What do you think, what the forecast will be on them? Or?
If you were to keep it for long term, like 5 years, 10 years, then you would like to think that they'll go up in value. I think short term, they're going to stay pretty much as they are. So selling them on consignment means you get the best possible return, and then you've got the money to do with what you wish when you get it.
You can do that,
yeah. Okay.
Right, brilliant.
Perfect.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, thank you.
Hi John.
Hi Jack.
Here's some new stock that has just come into the business. Now we don't see this dial very often. It's a 116234 RBR. Now what's different about this one is the dial. It has the factory Onyx dial. There's very, very few of this watch in the market. It's very hard to price, but look at that dial. Look at that dial, John.
And the diamonds on the 6 and 9, it's cool.
2013, but I believe this has just been put away. It is like brand new. I mean, the clasp is You can hear the click. The clasp hasn't been used in this watch.
It's got a good snap.
Do it again. Are you listening?
I mean, you've got to be a very particular customer to have bought that brand new at Rolex.
You do. You might have to be a very good customer to buy that new at Rolex.
It's the kind of dial I would have thought you would seen on a day date.
Yeah, that's the exact conversation we had. Maybe the full yellow or gold. However, not that many people will be looking for this watch. I think this watch will just catch somebody's eye and say, wow. I mean, look, it's just got the 6 and 9, but the 6 and 9 actually has diamonds on the inside. It does have the original swing tags, box and papers, and I believe it's going online for $16,950. But again, I know I keep banging on. Look at the dial.
277200, 31mm Tiffany dial OP. This is obviously brand new 2025, and I would say this still is the colour that has the biggest premium. Still the most popular. They still make this. They still make it in 36, the 126000, and they discontinued the 41mm. So the Tiffany colour, they didn't make that with the new model on the 41mm.
Is that Tiffany dial the same colour as the Daytona dial?
I think you'd have to put them next to each other, but if you ask me, I would honestly say this is a little bit more bluer. Might be exactly the same.
I think it's slightly different.
I think there's more of a greeny colour on the Daytona.
Sometimes I think it's an optical illusion, you know, when you see one colour next to a different colour.
And I think it's the metal, that steel against the gold does look a little bit different, but...
The new green dial Sky Dweller yesterday, and if you think there's lots of different green colours that they do, if you look at the John Mayer, if you look at the flat money green day date, and it's very slight, it's got like a shimmer in it, like the
OP.
To some extent, but it's a nice colour.
What is it going online for?
8450, but we were looking for a pink one of these yesterday, and
the pink,
very, very difficult to get.
Yeah, the Tiffany dial is a hard one to get, but the pink is equally, if not harder to get, I would say. No?
You seem to see a lot of candy pink in 36mm, but very few in 31mm.
Speaking of candy pink, there's been a few stealthy releases from Rolex.
They've released a candy pink and a 41 on it.
And a lavender,
Which is unusual. Normally we expect them around April, right?
Just dropped a bomb.
This is just under the radar.
And now, from nowhere.
Yeah. Have you seen any of them on the market?
I've seen a couple of lavenders for sale. I think the pink hasn't been released. There's not as many yet.
I've seen one pink.
How much are they trading for? Like, how much are people asking?
I think they're probably at around £15,000 to buy to the end user at the moment now. Like the other bigger colours, the bigger size in the new colours, they've dropped probably over the last 6 months, and I would expect the lavender and the pink and the bigger sizes to do the same.
At the minute there's just so few of them available.
One of my favourite colours is still the yellow.
Yeah, I think it's a great colour.
And you don't see many of them.
I bet it really wasn't that popular when it came out, so now they're actually really quite rare.
I like the yellow. Is that what that one's brother?
Yeah, so same much in lavender, and I think that this is probably as popular as the Tiffany.
So you notice though that is a matte lacquer dial, whereas the Tiffany is a gloss. So that was what changed on like the pistachio.
They're like pastel colours, aren't they?
They are, but it's the actual finish on the dial that's matte, whereas the other ones are gloss. So the older ones are gloss.
I think it's a nice change in that colour.
What's your thoughts on the new box? Everybody.
I rate it.
They're probably environmentally friendly, I don't know.
I think it's nicer than the old box.
Yeah.
Another one that's just come in. This watch, again, very iconic, black Daytona. This one, I believe, is a 2006 model. This watch is watch only. Again, excellent condition. As you can see, this will be going online, no papers, for around the £14,000 mark. If it had papers, it would be over £16,000.
Yeah, £2,000 more. Here we have one of the new releases, the 36mm steel Land Dweller, the 127234, and that is brand new as well. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, but I think of it like Marmite, but I
love it, mate.
I love it. But I tell you what it has done, I've seen in the market that the Oyster quarters has slightly went up.
Oh, really?
Since the release of the Land Dweller. I don't think they're going to release a lot of them. I don't know, you can't predict what Rolex do, but I I still think a great watch with the open case.
How many of them do you think you're offered a week, John? Is it like
Quite a few, probably between 10 and 20, which isn't a lot compared to some models, but for a new release we get a lot of inquiries from people that have been offered watches and they haven't yet agreed to buy them. That's the best way to do it though, because you might be in for a shock. That is less than a week old, and we are advertising for £21,450.
This one, 116185. Again, very, very rare watch. This is factory. When I first looked at this, I thought it was a date, but it's not. It's a Datejust with the mother of pearl dial. It is a 2016, this watch. Now the prices on this watch, they're quite all over the place. They're anywhere from low 20s to high 20s. However, I don't think there's many in the market. I think I only found maybe 10. You can get the different colour strap, but I just think that goes great with the rose gold. This watch is going online for a price that we look to sell it at. I think it's a bargain price. Hendo said he'd actually he'd wear that watch. I don't know if I would wear that watch, but horses for courses, I suppose. Look at it's got the rose gold hands, rose gold case, rose gold clasp with the mother of pearl, with the factory fitted diamond bezel. This watch is going online. Again, they're over 20,000 everywhere. I've seen them up 27, 28,000. We're putting this watch online for 19,950.
And last but not least, I think one of the more popular Tudor models. This is their version of the root beer, rose gold black dial. It has a similar colour on the bezel. This is 2023, and in 2023 it costs £4,910. You're probably looking at about £5,500 now for a brand new one, and we are selling this for around £3,450.
Yeah, if you want to take a look, I think the nicest part about this is the dial. Very, very eye-catching. The case is 40mm, full steel.
What sort of adjustment do you get on this? Do you just have to take links out? Have you got any micro adjustment?
Yeah, it'll just be links. So this is going to have the full bracelet. We can adjust each link either side. Date function.
Yeah,
it's quite a simple watch. Something that you're not going to see very often. They're tall.
It's actually another Gerald Genta design. So the guy who designed the Royal Oak, the Nautilus, also designed this. And you can see it in the kind of design language, can't you? So IWC commissioned him to do that. And this re-release is much more close to his original design. Like the Ingenieur, through its time, has had a little bit more design variation. You know, it didn't always look like this.
Yeah, it stayed quite classic to the original designs, hasn't it? So it's very nice. And how long's the warranty on the factory warranty if we get from IWC, do you know?
I presume it's going to be 3 to 5 years, but I can check. But you receive 24 months with us regardless. But again, the watch comes full set as it left the store with the full box paperwork. So 2 links have been removed, so that's you currently have the watch with -2 links there.
Standard IWC is 2 years warranty.
Are these 40mm now?
It's the 40. So the case is 40mm.
Yeah.
Full stainless steel. Obviously the automatic IWC movement, water resistant. But probably more so than a Rolex. It's probably something that you won't see very often out in the wild, so to speak, on somebody's wrist.
That's what I'm sort of after, but I keep thinking Rolex. I don't know why. It just more inclined to something like this, to be fair, just to be a little bit different, to be fair. So in terms of sort of keeping its value, is this going to be different to a Rolex, or is it?
It's going to be something which IWC is going to increase their list price every 1 to 2 years. I think the list price is over £10,000 for something like that. For example, if IWC increase the list price by 5%, give it a couple of months, the pre-owned market will then rise. And if you take it over a longer period of time, 5 to 10 years, and it's increased 5% every other year, then it's quite significant for the list price.
I mean, if you kept it only for like 2 years and then sold it, you couldn't expect to...
No, it's more, I mean, probably virtually a lifetime watch, to be fair, that I'm after. So it's, I just sort of retired earlier this year, sort of thing, or semi-retired. So it's a bit of a present.
Why not?
Sorry if I have a think about it. Is that okay?
Again, it's 2025, full box and papers. If you're interested, I'll see what can be done, if we can do a little deal and get you a nice semi-retirement gift. Why not?
So Harry, today we have a customer who's flew into collector's new Tudor. It's a 2022. It's a steel and gold 41mm case. This is partially stickered. Now that watch I think is around £5,300 list price.
Yeah, it's 6-7 in Dublin.
Yeah, so euro.
Yeah.
And you've got it for a couple of £1,000 behind retail price.
Yeah.
So good deal.
Yeah, happy with that.
So you have the white swing tag and all of the booklets.
Brilliant, thanks.
Is that too tight or?
No, that's grand. Sure, I can always get the links put back in if I need it, you know.
Yeah.
There's no hassle. Yeah, that's brilliant. Thanks very much.
Do you mind if I have a look at this?
Mind that?
Thank you. How are we doing? You okay?
I'm alright.
Good. So this is 25 years old. It's a 2000. It's a 16233 Rolex Datejust. 36mm yellow gold fluted bezel. Bimetal Jubilee bracelet. Champagne baton dial.
Classic combination.
Classic, yes. And in very, very good condition for its age. Have you worn it a lot?
Not really.
So you have two options with us. We can buy the watch or we can sell the watch for you. Did you have a figure in mind how much you were looking for it?
I was just wondering that, could you give us a price?
Yes. If we were buying the watch, we would pay £3,500. And if you wanted us to sell the watch on your behalf, we could return £4,000. How much were you expecting?
I've got more Ramsden's.
And how much was that?
48.
Right, well, was that to buy it or to sell it for you?
Buy it. But I seen this watch on it and I was going to like trade it in. But then I changed my mind. But you still would give us 48 for it.
Right, okay. I think that's a very, very good bid.
What kind of watch is that one? Is that one?
That's a Rolex Explorer 2.
That's a cheap one, is it? Do you get discount?
A little bit. That is about £6,500, so...
Jesus. So will that stay that price?
Do you know what it is? I have to be honest. I think if they're going to give you 4,800 for it, then even if you're going to buy a different watch from somewhere else, you're better off taking the money from them.
But that was like 6 months ago.
But let me show you what ladies' watches I've got, and you might fancy something else.
Something with it. She likes the black faces.
That's a plain silver dial. That's a champagne dial, which is gold with diamonds.
So all right. So how much is that one?
Let me have a look.
And what year is it?
So that was about 4,500. It's actually sold. Let me just have a
So
look.
what year is that then?
That is in 1985.
Actually, it's already been worn, that.
Yeah. Over a probably 20-year period, there was very little change in them.
So sorry, how much did this one go for?
4,500.
Oh, God, I took that one.
What I might suggest is something like that, but for us to put a black diamond dial in it.
So what year is that then?
That one's 1987, so obviously you just have to picture it with the black dial.
Seeing how I like your face, would you give us a bit more for me watch if I went in for something like that?
Yeah, definitely. As you can see, bigger size,
That's nice.
solid bracelet. It's completely different on your wrist.
And how much is that one?
That is £11,950.
That's nearly brand new then.
It is, yes, but it's just the modern version of that. And if you look, it's not much different. Like, you can see that it has the same style fruited bezel,
Yeah.
the 5-link Jubilee bracelet.
I love the strap.
Yeah.
Is that the only one you have in the
We have the same with an Oyster bracelet, but it was that one that you wanted. Let me just have a little look and give you an idea what it might be. We would allow you 4,500 in part exchange against that one. So
against this one?
Yeah. So if you're looking at like 7,450 to swap.
And the ladies watch like this?
I've got a couple that are newer. Let me just show you. So this one you see is a newer model, and what they have with these ones. Let me show you that. You see the way it has an old style clasp.
Yeah.
This has what we call a concealed clasp. So it's the same all the way around.
Right.
That has a silver diamond dial, but what you'll find is, when you feel it, it's considerably heavier and more solid.
What year is that?
So that's a 2008, but it's obviously 20 years newer than that one.
Yeah.
So it's relatively new. It's probably a bit more.
So how much would it be for the two watches?
So this is on our website for 6,950. So let me just propose what they could be for both. That's on for 11,950. So that could be 11,500. That's on for 6,950. That could be 6,500. So I've discounted £900 over the total price of the both watches. We could then allow 4,500 for that watch.
What does it leave?
And that grand total of £13,500 for both. If you wanted me to get a black diamond dial for that, it's possible. It just really depends on what you want. It may be the case that we can put a dial in that or get another watch. I think that because it's 2008 but the new style is well priced and good value. That watch,
how much is that one, sir?
It's 6,500. I think if you look at the model, the equivalent of that from Rolex is probably 11 or 12,000.
How much would you give us from that to that?
2,450 to swap.
2,450.
And that's that at 6,950, and that's me allowing you 4,500 for that. Which I think, in honesty, if you took that back to them today, they wouldn't pay you that much. I'll just give you that. That's your figures.
Lovely.
That comes with box and papers and everything. Right. But for your watch, in part exchange, we'd allow 4,500.
Right.
To swap that against the gents watch, the balance would be 7,450. To part exchange against the ladies watch, the balance would be 2,450.
Right.
If you wanted both watches, then that would be the amount, and that's giving you £450 discount on each because you're buying two.
So 13 and a half.
13,500 in your watch if you wanted to take both of those watches. Yes. If you wanted to take either one of them, then those would be the balances to swap.
Right, okay. I'll go back and have a word with her.
If you want a diamond dial or a black dial, I might be able to swap it with somebody. If I have to buy one, they might charge me a couple of £100 to swap, but I'll do my best to see what we can do as part of the deal.
Could you get that done a bit more, is that right?
That would probably be the best.
Just inquiring.
It could be like £200 better.
Oh, right, I've got you.
And that's because I like your face.
That's
what you said to me.
It's out of physiognomy.
Would you be able to bring your wife in?
Yeah.
Okay, well that may be an idea, and then she can have a look and see what you think.